Did we complete time and tense? Was that over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's move on to the next. So after unit 1, we have unit 2, which is time and tense, subject verb agreement, and analogy. Okay. I'll begin with analogy. Subject verb agreement. There are 10 or 16 rules. Clear? We'll be talking about that. Okay. And there is active and passive voice, error detection, and sentences. We'll be taking up those things. Okay, then is unit 3, which is paragraph writing technique, skills, use of punctuations, business letter, inquiry, technical report. Okay, ठीक है. Hearing and listening is completed, right? We completed hearing and listening.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
Why? Hearing and listening? Listening and comprehension, we didn't complete. Wait a minute. Let me show it to you. Okay. This is listening and comprehension. We completed this, I believe. Importance of listening, empathy in communication, 6 stages of listening process, remembering, evaluating.
I guess no.
B5. I Anyone who could remember, we discussed all the poor listening habits. Is it?
No, ma'am.
Traits of a good listener?
No, ma'am. We haven't completed this one.
No, ma'am, we didn't do this chapter.
I haven't started.
No, ma'am. After the
No,
vacation,
ma'am.
you have taught us only the time part.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
time and tense part.
Time and tense part only.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. ठीक है. अच्छा, in other sections I've completed this. Okay, so we'll be talking about listening and communication. As we have discussed communication process and its levels, barriers, and everything, we'll be talking about listening in communication. See, communication is at two levels: the written and the oral. So oral communication includes listening to it. So not only speaking, Clear, it's also listening. Okay. So when you communicate, the person who speaks, the speaker, is actually, encoding his message, transferring it through the medium channel. Clear? While the receiver waits, listens, and then he decodes the message and prepares for his feedback. Okay, so listening again is a process of the communication, and what are the different stages of communication, the different purposes of communication, everything we'll be discussing here. Okay, so listening is the ability to comprehend verbally communicated information and providing appropriate feedback. Okay, I mean, it's similar to communication. Without a feedback, listening process will not be completed. Okay, now it's an ability to pay attention to sounds. Okay, see, there are two things. We are, we have human beings have the ability to hear something. Okay, but hearing and listening both are used synonymously, and therefore, we hardly ever acknowledged the difference between the two, but they too are different. Listening is different, hearing is different. Okay, listening means you first hear something, then your brain gives you an information. Yes, this is a good sound, or this is a bad sound. Again, we have the good and bad in our head. Okay, good and bad for everything, good taste, good music, good food, good sight, everything. Okay, so once your brain gives you the message that yes, this is good or this is bad, you should be reacting on this. Clear? Then starts the listening process. Okay, so hearing is the first process, then is listening. As in reading, scanning is the first process, then skimming is the first process, then comes the scanning. Yeah, so in listening, hearing is the first process, listening comes second. Hearing is the ability. Yeah, everyone has been given the ability to listen to sound or perceive the sounds. Okay, but listening is completely a skill which is not mastered by many. Yeah, I mean, we just because we are not aware of the fact that they two are different here, and most of the time we fail to acknowledge the difference between the two. Okay, so in that way, we will be talking about the purposes of listening, which is number one, to specifically focus on the messages being communicated, avoiding distractions and preconceptions. Okay, distractions are nothing but the external noises. Okay, the external noises and preconceptions are internal noises. Preconceptions are nothing but the dishonest and the fanciful attitude. Okay, dishonest are people who have closed mind. Okay, whereas fanciful are people with know-it-all attitude. Clear? So these are internal noises. Okay, well, listening may be in case if you want to focus on the message and you want to have a desired response. Clear? You need to avoid distractions and preconceptions, which is nothing but the noise in the communication channel. Okay, next purpose is to gain a full and accurate understanding into the speaker's point of view and ideas. Okay. See, when you decode the message of the speaker, clear? How do you decode it? You either read it or you either listen to it. Okay, so if you don't listen to what the speaker is trying to say, if you don't decode the message of the speaker, clear, you won't be able to understand his point of view and prepare for your feedback or your response. Okay, so this is the next purpose of listening. Next is to critically access what is being said, to observe the non-verbal signals accompanying what is being said to enhance understanding. Now here the key point is non-verbal signals. What are non-verbal signals? The proxemics, the kinesics, the chronomics to certain extent. Clear? The paralinguistic features. Okay. Kinesics, the body movement of the speaker, the appearance, the eye contact, the facial expressions, the hand gestures. Okay, the sitting, standing postures, everything is to be evaluated when you are talking to someone. Okay, and the same will be done with you. You will observe this. Your critical assessment of what you are saying will be done when during your personal interview session, during your placements. Okay, understood. So then is proxemics. What distance you are maintaining. What whether you are understanding that people in the intimate zone and social zone are different, they need to be interacted differently. So all those things, all the non-verbal signals has to be observed and uh, behaved accordingly. Okay, so this should be taken into consideration when you are listening to one person, and the non-verbals of the speaker as well as the receiver should be taken into consideration. Okay, to show interest, concern and concentration, this is what happens most of the time in the physical classroom. what happens? The teacher, from time to time, they take a pause so that they can get some response from the students. Okay, or when they are being, I mean, the students are being answered to the question of the teacher, clear, they listen. Okay, now what happens is, when you uh, answer, you think that you have in your mind that चलो ठीक है बच गए, आज मेरे को आंसर पता था, आज मैं बच गया, ठीक है, but you simply forget the fact that you answered because you have an interest, you were having your holding on to your concentration. Okay, let me give you a very common example, which is most of the time, you bully your fellow mates who sits in the first bench, clear, and who takes interest, or who interrupts in the class with so many questions, so many queries, okay, with the teacher. You simply bully them, whereas students sitting at the back, they simply show no interest, no concentration, or maybe in case of even they are having concentration, it is never expressed the way it is being expressed by students sitting in the first bench. Yeah, so their interest, concern, concentration is coming, or their queries that are being cropped up is just because they are listening, whereas students sitting at the last bench, they pretend to listen, clear, but they are not even hearing. Okay, so this is one good example. Next is to encourage the speaker to communicate fully, openly, and honestly. Yeah, now why do the teachers from time to time they ask you to keep quiet, to maintain silence, clear, so that a good communication environment will help the speaker to communicate fully, openly, and honestly, clear. The teacher will take interest in explaining things, so when the class is more interactive, clear, the teacher gets feel, yes, I'm I need to explain more clearly to my students. Okay, so your response, the response of the audience would be, is very much required when they have a speaker in front of them. Okay, now this should be practiced, because you will be coming out of the bench and desks now, and you will have to stand in front of an audience, and the size of your audience will grow, will keep on increasing. Okay, it will grow like anything. Right now you will have just your classmates, 5 or 10. Gradually you will have a big audience, then a bigger audience, then a entire organization in front of you. So don't don't learn these things just because it's a part of the course, clear. You're going to implement all these things, sooner or later you're going to experience all these things. So the way you should expect others to behave, clear, you should first learn yourself. Okay, so once you will be a speaker, you should know that you can, your confidence will come only when you can have a grip over your audience, and you can have a grip over your audience only when you practice a good communication process and good listening process. Okay, next is to develop a selflessness approach, putting the speaker first. This is what I said. I mean, you shouldn't show biased attitude towards the speaker कि ये हमारे कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल है या फिर ये हमारे क्लास टीचर है. I mean, I really don't like this fellow. He keeps on talking about himself. He is so self-centered, and so many biased attitude that you people will have. You shouldn't be doing that, clear, because that will act as a barrier in your communication. Then when you have such thing in your mind, then you will make communication selectivity is you will listen to only what interests you, rest you will let it go, and there you might miss out key informations. Okay, so the best way is to have a selflessness approach, clear. Let the speaker speak whatever he has to say, clear, without bothering about what he has done to you, or how as a person he is. Okay, next is to arrive at a shared and agreed understanding and acceptance of both side view. Yeah, as your communication is a two-way process. It cannot be just it cannot just have one side of any conversation. So once the speaker is speaking, the receiver has to listen. Clear. Once the receiver is sharing the response, clear, the speaker has to listen. Okay, so that there can be a shared and agreed understanding between both, and they can both be on the same page. Okay, so these are some of the purposes of listening. Next is importance of listening and empathy in communication. There are two things: empathy and sympathy. Clear. Sympathy is when you want to console someone during their low situations or their low uh, points in their life. Clear. That is called sympathy. Clear. But empathy is basically showing a soft corner for everyone, no matter whom you're talking to. Clear. So that you don't let the communication break. Okay, or you don't keep a gap between the communication. You understand that if someone is telling you something, you should keep all the barriers aside and listen to that person. Okay, because with listening, if you tend to just hear something, okay, you will miss out the non-verbal communication, the non-verbal signals, and the communication will not be complete. Okay, and this is what you have been doing. Clear. Whenever your friends call you to discuss their problems, clear, you listen patiently. Clear. And this is what is very much required. I mean, this is what we call, we refer that ye mera dost hai, ye mera sacha dost hai, right? Why? Because we think that they understand us. Now, how do you understand? You understand with your empathy in listening. Okay, you let them get a comfort zone where they can speak to you. Clear. Because you're listening. Clear. So this is the importance of listening and empathy in communication. This should be practiced at workplace, keeping aside your rifts and your biasness towards anyone, so that you don't miss out the professional ethics at workplace. Yeah. Next is 6 stages of listening process. As we have 7 or 8 stages in the communication process, we have 6 stages in listening process, which begins with hearing. Next is attention. Next is understanding, remembering, evaluating, responding. There is no diagram for this as such. You can make a flow chart, but in exam, if you get the 6 stages of listening process, just mention the stages, the name of the stages, and you can explain it. Yeah, mostly you will have it for long answer type question. Okay, so as I said, hearing is the first. Hearing comes first, then comes listening. Anything that your sensory receptors of the ear receive, clear, that is picked up by the brain, and physical response is processed by your brain, which helps you to know whether you need to listen to this sound or not. Okay, so this is the first stage, which is hearing. Okay, and this is the ability given to all the human beings. There are few who are deprived of hearing ability, but then again they have their ways of communication, which is sign languages and other. Yeah, but for normal human being, the listening process begins with hearing. Next is attention. Once your brain process the sound after the reception, clear, it screens the stimuli and permits only a select few to come into focus. Say for example, a baby, when you're there for this class, you are listening to so many sounds. There must be a sound of the news coming from your television, the hawkers on the road, the vehicles moving by in your locality, or the bird chirping, the notification, the popping notification sounds of your phone. Clear. You might be playing something on your screen. Clear. So there you are surrounded by so many sounds, but just because you're here attending a lecture, your brain will ask you to focus more on what is being said in the class. Okay, or you might be waiting. Some of you might be waiting for the moment when the teacher says, okay, now let's take the attendance. Clear? So even if you're waiting for this, you're making communication selectivity and you are focusing your attention to just listen to this particular sentence. Okay. So after hearing, when you pay attention, clear, that is the second process of listening. Okay, next is then you understand. After the attention has been given, clear, then you understand how to react to that message, how to let okay, sorry, how to uh, sorry, I'm really sorry. Understanding. After the attention, you understand, whether it should be good sound or bad sound, how you should be responding to it, clear, how you should be processing to it, what should be your call of action on it, clear, whether the sound has some symbolic meaning, whether it has to have some whether it is bringing in some connection to you, clear, and so many other things are related to it. Okay, with a bird sound, for example, if I tell you in the morning, summer mornings, when we hear the koels singing, clear, how do we understand that the koel, the sound of the koel and so many things attached to the voice of koel comes in front of us. For example, it's summer morning, the mangoes are ripening, the mangoes will ripe with the koels singing. Then it is early morning when the coil sings. So all the facts related to the sound that you are perceiving or you are trying to understand it comes automatically to you. Your brain gives you all those information. Okay, and then it becomes most of the time it becomes shared understanding as well. Okay. So attention, hearing, attention, and understanding. Understanding is a very important process because you all the sounds that you perceive and your brain informs you to listen. Clear? It's just because you're trying to understand that sound. Okay. Next, remembering. Then you remember these sounds. Yeah, you remember. I mean, how do we know the voice of different singers? Yeah, we remember. We store them in the mind storage bank. Okay, all the database is being created by the brain, and it works like algorithms. Okay, it matches whenever it comes in front of us. Okay, so whatever we have seen, or so whatever we have heard, clear, it is stored in the mind storage bank, and whenever we come across, we simply understand how to react on it. Clear? That's the reason most of the time, if you have experienced, you're passing by and suddenly a good music which was one of your favorites, clear, that plays, or a different version of the same song plays, that ticks your brain, and then you go google it on YouTube, and then you search. Yeah, so how is it that you that is just because of your ear has received the sound, that is the hearing process, it has paid attention to, then it has understood, and then it was remembered in the mind storage bank. Clear? Then you were evaluating it. Okay, evaluating means again, whether it is a good sound or bad sound, whether it is is it accompanied by some kind of biasness, or is it free from preconceptions or distractions. You analyze this. Okay, this analysis, I mean, all the processes are so so fast that we have failed to acknowledge it for most part of our life. I don't know, I mean, if even if after knowing the facts you will be able to understand the listening process or not. Yeah. See, as I told you, in communication also we learned the technical sides of the process of communication which we have been doing. Yeah. Similarly, we were not aware of the listening process, but when we learn about all these things, yeah, some time or the other, for a moment only, yeah, you will pay attention to, acha, ye abhi hua, so this is attention stage, okay. If I'm, I mean, if I'm making a decision whether to do this or not, what kind of sound is this? I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to evaluate. Okay, so this is how it will work. So after that evaluation, you will prepare your response. Clear, as no communication is complete without a response. So after all the processes, you will prepare for your response, which will be through verbal or non-verbal feedback. The non-verbal feedback in listening is basically nodding the head, blinking the eyes, or when you hear a song, your lips goes moving with the lyrics. Yeah, so these are some of the common ways of responding. Okay, or in case if you are in communication with a person, maybe other gestures can also be counted. For example, handshake or maybe hand wave. Those things will be there. Okay, so these are the 6 stages of listening process. Any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
Anything? Okay, chalo, then let's move on to the next topic, which is difference between hearing and listening. Now, as I told you, people have been using hearing and listening synonymously, clear, but they too are different. And I have given you the point of differences here. The point of differences is important because, in the exams, most of the time, you people write the points or the statements which simply don't reflect the differences. Okay, so whenever you are writing the differences, make sure you are also mentioning the point on which you are differentiating it. Okay, so there are almost 14, whichever you like, you should write it down. I mean, in case if it is for 4 marks, 4 or 5 points, 8 marks, minimum 8 points. Clear? According to the marks, you should come up with the point. I mean, number of points. Yeah, I'll tell you the first 5. Now, listening, remember the first thing. The first thing is uh, listening is a skill, hearing is an ability. Hearing comes first, listening comes second. Next is listening is a psychological act. Psychological, why? Because you need to pay attention to what you are listening, clear. But hearing is a physiological act. You don't have control over this. Okay, I mean, during sleep only it is said that you don't hear something, but when the noise is very loud, you also wake up with the noise. Okay, so it's a completely physiological act. Active mental process is required because until unless you learn the skill of listening, you cannot process the information according to your requirement, clear. Whereas hearing is a passive bodily process. Okay, so this is the one. Next is operation. It involves audio sensing eardrums, conscious psyche, and an alert brain. Alert brain is very much important, because only when you allow your brain to process all what you listen, clear, and prepare for all the queries that crops up in your mind, you cannot have a successful listening. Okay, or there will be a breakage in the listening process, clear. Whereas with hearing, it involves subconscious functioning of sound, detecting eardrums. I mean, it's as normal as we don't acknowledge it. Okay, next is starting point. Listening starts after hearing. Hearing begins before we listen. Okay, so these are the many points. I'm not going one by one. Okay, these are the differences, 14 differences for you. Let me come down to this: reasons for poor listening. Now, according to a study, it has been said that humans are poor listeners. Why are they poor listeners? We'll be discussing this. This is also given, this has been elaborated on page number 54, 55 of your book. In case you are, not understanding any point here, you can go back to your book, read the chapter. You must read the chapter once, before you take your exam. This is being included in the mid-semester portion. Okay, so the first reason for poor listening is listening training is unavailable only for some defense designations or defense jobs or security jobs. Here this listening training is given to them, else for general public, as writing skills and speaking skills are available, speaking trainings are available, listening training is unavailable completely. Yeah, maybe in the foreign countries I don't know, but in India it's simply not there. Okay. Now, we are poor listeners because our speed of thought is more than speed of speech. Clear? That once you have a idea or you want to gather information, your brain gives you so many information at one go. Clear? But you're not able to capture them, and you speak very less. Okay, so what happens is, what happens is, we often complain कि अरे मुझे आता तो सब था but I couldn't write. Clear? So what the entire thing is, when you are not able to write or when you are not able to speak, in spite of having all the, who's this? Rishab.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, so the listening is being affected with the speed of thought, and when you're not able to speak it out. Yeah. Now humans are inefficient listener. Most of this studies have proved that humans are inefficient listeners. There are many linguists who have researched on this, and they have found that humans are inefficient listeners because most of them don't even realize the fact that hearing and listening are two different things, and listening can be mastered, but until unless they understand that to master listening, clear hearing is the common process, and they should stop using the two terms synonymously. Okay, next is listening versus hearing. This is what I said, most of the people don't know the difference, that they are different. Okay, so this becomes one of the reasons for poor listening. Next is, there are many poor listening habits that the humans are facing. Yeah, or even if they are practicing this, they don't know that these are poor listening habits. For example, listening but not hearing. Okay, well, all the students sitting at the last bench, you pretend that you are listening but you are not even hearing. Okay, I mean, you will have the students carry an expression which is which lets the teacher except that you are listening. Clear? But the fact is that you are not even hearing. Clear? Next is rehearsing. What we do is, when we paraphrase, क्या वो हम अपने अपने लिंगों में बोलते हैं ना, मिर्च मसाला लगा के बोलना. Clear? When you cook up stories, when you add fictional things, when you simply want to make it more entertaining. Clear? To all the less information that you have, but you need to pass it on to your friends or to your relatives, so that it becomes more entertaining. Clear? What you do is, you listen something and then you cook up your own story. So you rehearse it that way, that the entire thing, you presented that in a way that you have listened to the entire story, or you have been there witnessing the entire story. Clear? But basically what happens is, you have listened to some piece of information, and then you come up with this. Okay, next is interrupting. Most of the time you simply don't know how to interrupt, when to interrupt. Clear? and in case if you are interrupting, how you should put up your questions, what type of questions you should put up. Okay, so these interruptions are nothing but a poor listening habit. Okay, you simply cannot keep a hold on your concentration, and some of the students, they disturb the class, or they disturb the lecture being delivered by interruptions. Okay, next is hearing what is expected. Hearing what is expected, as I said, most of you, as Rishabh is busy listening to his music, he is just waiting for me to utter the expression, okay, let's move to your attendance, please mark your attendance. Okay, so Rishabh is expecting me to speak out this, and then only he will pay all his attention. Yeah, but Rishabh is suffering with this poor listening habit. Okay, next is feeling defensive. Feeling defensive is, when you are angry, yeah, and you don't listen to your parents when they're trying to, make you understand what things is right for you. Clear? You simply have in mind, ki, my parents stop me from doing this and that. They don't consider me as a grown-up child. They don't understand that, I too have preference for doing something, and on so many things. Clear? So you simply don't listen to them. Clear? You have one thing in your mind, that my parents stop me from doing so many things. Okay, so that is called feeling defensive, or listening from a point of disagreement. Okay, you simply disagree to what your parents are saying. They'll ask you to complete your studies first, but just because you have different mindset, you don't listen to them. Okay, next is labeling the subject matter as uninteresting. To all the speeches that of your principal, or of some of the politicians you have witnessed, clear, you haven't listened to them from their beginning till the end. Yeah, because you simply label the subject matters they discuss as uninteresting, and the same goes in the class as well. Clear? For different subjects that you hate, clear, you don't listen, because you tag them as कि इससे क्या होगा. ठीक है, I'm here to become an engineer. Why am I studying environmental science, or why am I studying PCom? Yeah. So, all in all, what you do is you label the subject matter as uninteresting. Yeah. Next is criticizing the delivery or appearance of the speaker. This is the common human tendency. Clear? You first judge them by their physical appearance, what sense of clothing he has. Clear? He doesn't have a color sense. Who wears sports shoes, with the suit, or who wears a white shirt with black pant, or black shirt with white pant, whatever it is. Yeah? And the no, you judge the speaker by the quality of tie knot he makes, or by the accents, by the quality of information he is sharing. Clear? Whether he has a communication skill or not. Clear? So you criticize the speaker, and once you do that, you make your brain understand, ki, look, just because I have so many reasons, I have criticized the speaker, I'm not listening to him. Yeah. So these are some of the common poor listening habits. Okay. So we'll stop here, just because this is 1 hour class. We'll begin from traits of good listener. That's the second part of this chapter. We'll take up this tomorrow. I mean, I have to explain this, in detail, because uh, this is what is required. I mean, as communication process, we have discussed in detail. This too is required. This has been included, as I told you, just because the exams have been postponed. Else, this was for the end semester exams. चलो ठीक है, जो भी है, ठीक है. So this is.
Yes.
We'll stop here, and then any questions if you have. रुको बाबा. In case if you have any questions, let me know how many of you were listening.
No, ma'am. No questions.
No questions. Okay. Uh, where is this? Let me take it out.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, bolo.
Ma'am, will you be sharing this file? This
I'll upload this. I'll upload this. This is coming in your mid-semester exams.
okay, thank you,
But
ma'am.
you have the entire chapter in book. So whichever you find easy, yeah, you can, study from there.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, because the difference in listening and hearing that is not properly given here. That is why.
I'll be sharing the file. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Chalo, let's begin with the attendance. Roll number 66.
Yes, ma'am.
Write it out here, Ajay. Okay, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 91, 92, 93, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 97, 98, 798 is not there. Okay, you're here. Okay, marked. 99, 800, 99, absent. Okay, 801, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9 is not there, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 8, 21, 8, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 8, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry, I lost my connection. I was calling out roll number 829.
Ma'am, I am present. I have written my roll number also.
Okay, 830. 830. Absent. 831. 32. 33. 34.